So we are back with a little bit of what I have jokingly referred to, and other people have jokingly referred to as Anime Jund. This is modern Niv Mizzet, the 60 card version. The reason that the joke name is Anime Jund is this is very, very similar to an attrition-based black, green, and red deck, but with the addition of white and blue, we get dialed up to 11 here in the modern way. And we're playing Niv Mizzet Reborn and Bring to Light to go way over the top of a lot of the other mid-range decks in the format. But our game plan is largely fair. So Niv Mizzet is a modern deck and a Pioneer deck that take advantage of these two specific cards. One, Niv Mizzet Reborn, which is white, blue, black, red, and green for a 6/6 legendary creature dragon avatar. It has flying. And when Niv Mizzet Reborn enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each color pair, choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them. Put the chosen cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So this allows you to draw up to, in Magical Christmas Land, 10 cards, but usually between 2 to 4 is the sweet spot. All gas. So you are going to pick up multiple removal spells, planeswalkers, or you can pick up Bring to Lights, and Bring to Lights give you redundancy on your Niv Mizzets. So our deck is full of gold cards that are exactly 2 colors that we can take advantage of that, in addition to the fact that we play 3 copies of Bring to Light. So Bring to Light is a sorcery. It's 3 green, blue, and it has the Converge keyword from Oath of the Gatewatch, or no, Battle for Zendikar? Battle for Zendikar. It says, search your library for a creature, instant, or sorcery card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast this spell, minimum of 2. Exile that card and then shuffle your library and may cast that card without paying its mana cost. So if you pay all 5 colors for Bring to Light, you can search your library for a creature, instant, or sorcery with converted mana cost 5 or less, like Niv Mizzet, and cast it immediately for free. But we can also use this to tutor up other one-ofs. We've got a one-of Kolaghan's Command, we've got a one-of Supreme Verdict, we've got 3 Kaya's Guile, and just a whole mess of removal. So this deck may be reasonably well positioned with the number of prowess decks we might be bumping into. We are playing Inquisition of Kozilek, and we're playing a card that I'm not really a huge fan of in these decks. I usually like Utopia Sprawl better than Birds of Paradise, but I'm willing to give it a shot today. The big difference is, of course, is that Utopia Sprawl has to go onto a forest and can get destroyed by the Gruul decks playing Pillage, or even Blood Moon if you put it on a non-basic forest. Birds of Paradise does at least not lead you into getting 2 for 1 quite as often as that. We have 4 copies of Wrenn and 6, my favorite 2-drop in all of Modern. 2 Teferi Time Ravelers, so this is what we are going to run in a little bit of a Modern League today. How you doing there, Roybert? Hope all is well in the Royland Heights. This video will not be going up on my YouTube, but will instead be getting sent over to a YouTube being started up for all sorts of Niv Mizzet content. So hi to everybody there. My name is Zach Ryle. I stream at twitch.tv/ManaCymbal, CYMBAL, and you can find me on YouTube using either my name or if you type in ManaCymbal. It's not a congrats, Roy. This is free work. I mean, when did you get in with the Niv Mizzet Cabal? There was a guy who said he was starting a channel to do this, and I said, I can make a video, and that's how it happened. We're going to keep this hand. One thing I wanted to talk about, but I forgot to do, is you really got to look at the mana base of your deck and how you are planning on fetching and curving your way through a game. So we need to have green and black out of lands that are not Pillar of the Perons if I want to cast Birds of Paradise and Inquisition. However, I feel pretty confident about going Verdict Catacombs for Breeding Pool into Pillar. If our birds does get killed, then we'll still be able to play Izzet Charm on turn 2. Also, if we draw a Wrenn 6, which you always kind of want to plan for, we'll be able to do that as well. So I think I'm going to go Breeding Pool, Birds of Paradise, and we'll be off to the races. Thinking of where the modern metagame is at the moment. It's a little bit risky with the proliferation of prowess and the control decks largely playing Teamer or Sultai with bolts or fatal pushes, but I think I'm okay with this. So we're gonna go grab Breeding Pool. My only other option really here is Stomping Ground, which I really don't want. Maybe I do. No, because Pillar is just gonna sort of cover all our bases otherwise. The biggest problem is if I don't get blue or red, I won't be able to cast the Izzet Charm when I play the Pillar next turn. But I think I have everything covered here from here on, except for I can't cast this Inquisition, but I think Inquisition can wait until later, depending on what the matchup is here. Okay, green-red land, not looking good for my Birds of Paradise. Shriekhorn, all right, it's the Dredge Menace, so turn 2 Clothis might be great here. We have a saying around these parts, Clothis is great. The other option is to play Inquisition and have Izzet Charm ready to go against a Cathartic Reunion. I actually think maybe that's even better, because if we can diffuse their early ability to get going, Dredge sometimes will stumble and fumble around and not actually end up accomplishing all that much. So their hand is Ox, Life from the Loam, Narcomoeba. I'm going to take the Narcomoeba away, I believe. Because I don't want to let them dredge their Life from the Loam for free. It's really the only reasonable choice there. And then they're going to mill themselves with Shriekhorn. I kind of am tempted to trophy their Shriekhorn after they activate it. Have I seen the latest Jiggy Wiggy pile? The one with Areo? If so, yes. Let's see what they flip with the Shriekhorn. Just lands. So they could pick up 3 lands with... Oh yeah, I heard him talk about it. I hadn't looked at it yet. I'm kind of tempted to blow up the Shriekhorn because that means their next turn is just playing Loam and just playing Loam and then doing... They have no Dredge in their graveyard, and they do have the Ox in their hand, which they're going to get towards very quickly. Obviously, we're going to have to find an answer for that happening, but I think this is a reasonable choice given the information that we have. We'll definitely play out Clothis this turn if it's an option that's presented to us. I do wonder if I should have played it out on turn 2, but I think the risk of them just having the Cathartic and being ready to blast off, it was just too high. Whereas this is, they've got a much, much, much slower dredging plan going right now. Mentor and Unearth. That sounds like a whole thing. Clothis, God of Destiny. So Clothis is okay against Dredge. It's very slow, and they can play around it quite effectively. The nice thing is, for the moment, all they've got going is Life from the Loam, and if that continues for the next turn or two, we'll be in alright shape. They dredged only a Narcomoeba, no prized amalgams here, so that's nice. Mentor and Unearth. Yes, I believe Jiggy's got something sweet going on there. Yeah, there's the Loam. So we are going to get to take out their Loam now. They might have... Wait, did they pick up a cycling land? They did not. Bloodstained Mire, City Brass, and Stomping Ground. So let's take the gamble here, see if we can snipe their Life from Loam. I say snipe, I mean, obviously they should see this coming. Okay, they didn't have anything there. Play Renin 6, pick up our fetch land, get going with this bad boy. How are you faring? I'm doing very well, my friend. I made a drink last night that I think you would very much enjoy. It was it's called a Arizona Cadillac. It's Do I want to fire off an Inquisition here or just keep Is It Charm? I'm pretty sure they're going to cast the Ox on this turn, and they won't be discarding any dredgers that I know of. Hitting them with discard doesn't seem particularly effective here, so we're just going to pass the turn. Arizona Cadillac, that's right. It's a martini-style beverage. Did you mean Canyonero? Well, if I ever get to put it on a menu, I will call it a Canyonero. Or maybe a Canyonero will be a spin on an Arizona Cadillac. The Arizona Cadillac is equal parts tequila, creme de cacao, which is a chocolate liqueur, Galliano, which is a vanilla liqueur, and half and half cream. And you shake it all up, and it's very milkshake-like. Cathartic Reunion. Good draw, opponent. Yeah, can't do anything about that. So, on the plus side, one of the things that did they really whiff? They did not have any dredger there. I can't counter that. Anywho, one of the things that the Anime Junt Niv Mizzet decks tend to be able to do is randomly punk out your opponent with cards like Lightning Helix, Renin 6, Clothis, etc. You could just put together, you can cobble together this like very random burn plan from time to time. What I want to cast here is It Charm? So I'm going to make sure that I get red or, yeah. We are an Uro deck. Are we an Uro deck? Holy crap, we're not an Uro deck. Okay, well, we're not an Uro deck, but so things that we're learning as we go. I'm used to this deck playing multiple copies of Uro, but this one is not. I'm pretty excited to discard this Inquisition. Extra Renin 6 could be okay here, and I don't need any more land drops for sure. So let's just pitch that. Go to my turn. Not the best draw. But we're getting our opponent nice and low here. I would have liked the ability to put more pips into play, specifically green-red pips for trying to get Clothis animated, but that's okay. Clothis is feeling lazy today. We'll go ahead and Inquisition them. Let's see if we can get anything useful here. I doubt it, but it's possible. Stinkweed Imp only. I can't not choose. No. Oh well. I think we probably were not going to be able to prevent them from getting a big dredge turn off relatively soon. So the biggest problem here is that they're going to hit a bunch of Creeping Chills and gain a bunch of life. Because they will be dredging somewhere around 20 this turn, which is going to be not super fun. And they milled over another Oxyvagonus, so we're going to be in big trouble in a second. The sideboard of this deck does contain Ashiok and Kunaros. Yep. And I guess things like Celestial Purge, so it might be okay here. They're just hard casting the Ox, huh? Okay. Interesting choice. So it's really going to come down to how many Creeping Chills they flip here. Oh, there's a Smiting Helix too. That said, if we pick up a Kaya's Guile sometime here, we could be in really good shape. Oh no, we're going to be in huge trouble. There's a million Silver Smoke Ghouls coming. So basically, I think we're on hit. We have to pick up a Bring to Light this turn to Wrath them or bust, because I think they're just going to have infinite power in play. What's up, Brian? Brian M, Untwisted MTG. The Creepy Chill. Yep, here come the ghouls. I'm too cool for ghoul. Just doing that work thing. Yo, I will be there later, my friend. But yeah, the Arizona Cadillac Seems like quite the delicious beverage. All right, so this lightning helix being pointed at their face is no longer something that I'm interested in. In the interest of mana efficiency, I'm just going to fire this off on their Ox, which they can get back next turn. Maybe they'll be silly and deck themselves. That does happen from time to time, but this draw of Marsh Flats looks like we're going to be dead here. I can eat their Smiting Helix, which is kind of great, because that is some burn that will not be pointed at me. I'm going to pick off a Silver Smoke Ghoul, play a second Ren and 6, pick off another Silver Smoke Ghoul. This will potentially buy us another turn. I'm not counting on... Newly controlled. Okay. I'm not counting on it. I'm counting on losing this game, but if we are going to stay alive, this is how we're going to do it. So let us try. Getting got by Dredge in game 1 is the tale as old as time. How many prize amalgams are actually coming back? It gets really confusing with the triggers. Just 2, right? Yeah, okay. So let's see how much damage they can do to us otherwise. I don't think they have any conflags in their graveyard yet, so there's a Creeping Chill. We can only block 1 creature, so we're just dead. Got it. You got me, opponent. You got me. On the plus side, playing a 60-card deck means that we have a more reasonable shot at picking up our sideboard cards in more limited number in game 2. Not 100% sure why Fire Spout is in this deck. It doesn't work with Bring to Light at all. So I'm not 100% sure what that's doing in the sideboard. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm not sure what it's up to. I also wonder if we should be playing Core Firewalker out of the sideboard, or even Celestial Purge. I don't think so. Eladamri's Call to get Kunoros sounds good. Obviously, we can also get Niv Mizzet with it. Teferi's not particularly great in this matchup. Neither is Nahiri, but I like having a split. Does MTGO tell you which amalgam trigger arises from? Yes. I just don't usually bother checking when 6 amalgam triggers go on the stack, because I'm basically like, I wasn't there. I had no investment in doing anything about the number of amalgams. I was just wondering how many were going to end up coming back, and there were just 6 triggers hanging out on the stack. So I'm like, is that 3 or is that 2? Is it 4 and they got staggered? Let's see. Oh yeah, it 100% does. MTGO will provide almost any piece of information you could think of wanting. The issue is, do you know how it tells you? So case in point, when I played the second Ren and 6, I had 2 Ren and 6 with 3 loyalty. And you're thinking, how are you supposed to be able to tell which one's which? And if you right-click on it, it will tell you if it's newly controlled, with the intended usage of that being, I believe, that if you're going to animate a creature land, you want to know if you played that land this turn, or if it's the one you played last turn. I think I'm willing to keep this. Just go turn 1 Birds, turn 2 Inquisition, turn 3 Nahiri, and hopefully we find what we need. I guess I'm probably supposed to mulligan to some piece of hate here. I think when I haven't played Magic for a couple of days, my default is to play a little conservatively. My personal inclination is not always to mulligan super aggressively, but sometimes that is the right thing to do. So seeing MTGO's lack of distinguishing between 2 Urls on the battlefield was what sparked my question. Well, usually one of them will have Summoning Sickness, right? If you escape an Uro and then play one from your hand, yeah, you do have to be a little bit careful, because then they both actually came into play on the same turn, and I think there's very little way to distinguish between the two. But the triggers will be linked to the one that just came into play. Okay, a little flooding here. That's not the end of the world. We were unable to distinguish. No, I've never had the problem. I don't remember ever having a problem where I... Huh, they kept an exceptionally weak hand. Okay. I don't remember actually having a problem in sacrificing the wrong Uro, or like legend ruling the wrong Uro. It's like there's no permanent with Bloodstained Mire's triggered ability right now, so it doesn't link to anything, but if there was one, it would sort of highlight it when you cursor over the stack. So these are the little things that you can use. Hey, what's up, Leviathan 102? We are playing a little anime jund here. I think I'm gonna go pick up my Godless Shrine here. Colors are pretty good, but I would like to play Kaya's Guile if I pick it up, or I would like the ability to do so, just like that. I think they're very likely to play the Stinkweed Imp that's in their hand next turn. If I stick this Nahiri, I'm ticking up towards an actual win. So I think we're just going to go ahead and play Nahiri this turn and just hope that their hand does not work out perfectly. They are going to cycle a Forgotten Cave here, so they've got multiple shots at a reasonable draw. Just hoping it doesn't work out for them. I just wanted a little more action in my hand. It is possible that we just get completely demolished here and this was a bad play. So questionable mulligan decision and questionable choice on this turn. But I think putting a clock into play is worth doing. Nahiri's ultimate in this deck basically just reads 8 mana, go get a hasty Niv Mizzet and a Niv Mizzet trigger. You get to attack them for 6, and then Niv Mizzet returns to your hand at the end of that turn. So, or the beginning of the next end step, I suppose, is technically accurate. So let's see if they found something better to do than just hard cast a Stinkweed Imp. Keep tapping. Yeah. Good. Good. Ooh, that's a good draw. I'm gonna go ahead and shock this. I'm not gonna cast Ashiok this turn. Oh, I am going to plus my Nahiri. I don't think I'm actually going to discard a card. I think this hand is kind of absurd. So, I like having the Helix. I don't need it right now, but I like having it. Helix and Kaya's Guile in a single turn sounds like a good time. We'll see what they go for here. So with Kaya's Guile right now, I could have them sacrifice their Stinkweed Imp, and then I exile their graveyard in one fell swoop. We're going to just let them hit my Nahiri for 1, because I don't need her to go off this turn. And then maybe we're going to hit them with end of turn Kaya's Guile. This is an interesting one. So I could Helix 1 Imp and then have them sacrifice the other Imp and dredge, with the only danger being if they have another cycling land. If they do have another cycling land, they get to rescue 1 Stinkweed Imp. The question is, how good is my backup plan for that? I'm hoping that the reason they're pausing here is that they have another play to make, and when they sacrifice their Bloodstained Mire, I'm just going to sort of wreck them. They did not. Okay, so let's Helix this, and then on my turn I'm going to play my Ashiok. See if we can pick up a land so I can have Ashiok and Kaya's Guile, but oh, actually, I don't know if my colors work for that. I don't think that they do. That's okay. Double Kaya's Guile. All right, well, do I want to play Ashiok and go shields down on the Kaya's Guile? I think that's probably okay. But if I am going to plan on doing that, then maybe let's plus our Nahiri first. We'll discard... do I need to discard any of that? I really don't. Like, it's kind of nuts. It's just... Actually, I think we're just going to hang out here. They want to attack my Nahiri for 1. That's acceptable. Suppose I could have also exiled their... Okay, there it is. Because they have a Stinkweed Imp in their graveyard right now. So each opponent sacrifices a creature and exile all the cards in their graveyard. We'll go white, black, and 1. So we'll see if they have something, but they've only got 2 cards left, so they're going to get one draw on their draw step, and then we've got Niv Mizzet coming down next turn. Most of their deck does not have haste, so we'll see if any of this nonsense is relevant. They could have Smiting Helix to shoot my Nahiri for 3 damage, but that's really not relevant. This looks like hardcast something set. Okay. Well, at least they didn't discard anything with Dredge. And we have Ashiok ready to go. They hit a land. That's good. Not great, but good. Alright, Mount Anne. Silver Smoke Ghoul hardcast. You'll love to see it. Okay. What does my friend Niv Mizzet have to say about that, I wonder? Ooh, I could just go get Kunaros. No, I'm kidding. We're definitely not doing that. Haste to Niv. Bang. How many cards do we draw? Please don't be a very disappointing one. This is the first time we've played a Niv Mizzet this league, and I would like you to be exciting. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Good lord. Opponent concedes to my draw 5. That seems fair. That seems fair. Hope everything's going well for you, Leviathan 102. If you guys can let me know how bad the stutter on the streaming is right now, because I am being told that I'm dropping frames. It's not a lot, but it's enough that I'm concerned, and I don't know why my computer all of a sudden started doing that recently. I think we're good here. I don't think that I want Veil of Summer. I guess this does protect us from Smiting Helix, but I don't really think it's too niche. Your webcam is foggy. Oh. Hopefully that'll get it sorted out. All right, let's do it. So this deck list is the mana base on this deck list is more developed than the previous versions, I would say. We're playing Verdant Catacombs, Windswept Heath. This was something we did before. We're playing every single green-related shock. But on top of that, we've got Sacred Foundry, Hallowed Fountain, and Godless Shrine. As well as... This hand is, like, perfect. As well as some Marsh Flats. So this deck definitely is leaning a lot more into the multiple Kaya's Guiles than the previous versions I had played. Okay, so they're pretty much gonna have a Turn-Tooth Cathartic here. We basically just have to dodge it being a completely nightmare scenario. I'm gonna play out Bird's Paradise here, and then we've got Ashiok next turn, and that's about as good as we can do here. Verdant. Oh boy. That's, yeah. Well, we do have the Wrenn and 6, so we're going to be able to make it to our mana, but the fact that they slowed down our acceleration with their, like, one of Dark Blast there was potentially problematic. But they stuck a 1-lander. Oh, no, they didn't. They just passed through their first main phase. Okay. So let's go ahead and get... we need green or red in this. Black is also definitely useful. So I think I'm getting Overgrown Tomb with this one, and then this Verdant Catacombs can get me Breeding Pool, or... No, so this can get me a Swamp. So this one can get me a Breeding Pool so that I don't have to double shock. Or I can get... Yeah, actually, my options are a little bit limited. Oh, I can get Temple Garden with this one? No, I can't. No. Okay, I think Breeding Pool is the best one. I do want to be able to get to these Lightning Helixes, but they can wait. So we'll get Breeding Pool with this one, we'll get Swamp with this one, and then hopefully after that point we won't be taking too much damage. Breeding Pool and Godless Shrine. That wouldn't cast Ren and 6 though, which is what I needed to do this turn. Because we need to get this Ren and 6 going, and then next turn we need to play Ashiok, and then the turn after that we can worry about that if and when we get there, is the sort of trajectory I see for this game. Silver Smoke Ghoul in their graveyard that's going to come back. That's fine because we can ping it down with Ren and 6 and then Ashiok them. So that's fine. Shrine for next turn. Yeah, I just don't want to shock. I'm already down to 12 at virtual 11 because I'm going to have to fetch, and I'm going to be fetching more, and I think we can just wait on it. Loam, sure. So that gives me even more things that my Ashiok is going to hit in one go. They picked up Forgotten Cave, Bloodstained Mire. They're going to cycle the cave now. Okay. Get an Narcomoeba. Shoot. It's actually not a big deal, but they cycled their Forgotten Cave. It's in their graveyard now, so that's kind of good for me. So let's ping the ghoul. He's too ghoul for school. Everyone always said I was too ghoul for school. That's right, it's your early Halloween stream here on the ManaCymbal channel today. Not really. Maybe. Hey, what's going on, Pi? Just playing some Anime Jund. We're going to go ahead and mill them. There's plenty of awesome things we can knock out of their deck with that, like a Creeping Chill. And we're not playing Uro in this deck, so I miss Uro, but I think the reason this deck is not playing Uro. Do you like anime, by the way? I like some of the anime I've watched. I feel like that's like saying you like cartoons. Like, it is a subset of cartoons, but like anime is not a homogenous genre. It's not even a genre, right? Like it's a style. It's an aesthetic. Halloween, could you play spirits with a ghost costume? Yes. Yes, I can. And then we are going to be dressing up like Conan, and we play some sort of, green Stompy deck with Yovo and some other things in there. Alright, so let's ping down the Narcomoeba. I don't really need to activate Ashiok with this Kaya's Guile in my hand, so I'm going to just pass the turn here. I suppose I could fetch a White Source and bounce the Stinkweed Imp. I think I want to do that next turn, because this way I can potentially get a tapped white. We'll see. Let's see if they got the Ox. Just a Shriekhorn, sure. That's right. You're just a Shriekhorn, and that's all you'll ever be. Okay, we're gonna let it bump our Ashiok here. Just a little bump. K-Command just got better. Yes, it kind of did. I mean, it's not a huge deal. Do I want to shock this to play Helix now? If I shock this to play Helix now, I can knock down their Stinkweed Imp and then Ashiok them. That seems good. Don't really need more green. Let's get a Godless Shrine. So take an extra 2 here, but we're going to gain 3. So our net result here ain't not bad. Okay, go to our turn. Let's use Ren and 6 to pick up the Verdant Catacombs. Play the Catacombs and nuke them. What do we hit? Good stuff? Good stuff. Some more Shriekhorns. I think I'm just going to let them use their Shriekhorn because I have Kaya's Guile ready to go. We're not going to be playing Teferi until next turn. We've got Kaya's Guile and Is It Charm ready, so I think I'm mostly... Ooh. I can let them Dredge 5. Dredge 5 is not overly dangerous. And we have the Kaya's Guile ready to go, so I'm not super concerned about it. They got Ox, Silver Smoke. Oh, I should have had a draw step stop so I could stop them from escaping this Ox. Oh, but they can't because they don't have enough. Okay, they're going to cast Smiting Helix here. Smiting my Ashiok's really not a big deal. I can make him pay an extra 2 for it. I don't really think that matters. Yeah, I think we're good here. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Okay, you got her. Brandon 6 is actually providing a lot more value right now, so we Gucci. They mill. Still not enough to cast the Ox. There's a Creeping Chill. I want a Kaya's Guile and like make a 1/1 here. Double Ox is in there. Ooh, this is so tempting. Your webcam is continuously freezing for you. It's not just for you. That is the stream stuttering. I've got dropped frames and I don't know why. It was happening last stream too. There's nothing I can do about it for right now. Okay, so they're through a lot of their resources here. I don't have anything else to do after the Kaya's Guile, but if I tab judiciously, I will also have Is It Charm ready for afterwards. So let's go ahead and Kaya's Guile here. I think we're just going to make a 1/1 and... Yeah. And blue, red, black, white, so I can just get a forest here. So let's... Actually, we're going to gain 4 life, because if they get a Conflag or something like that, I just want to have my life total as high as possible. A 1/1 is very unlikely to actually be particularly relevant against them. So let's see. Each opponent... Exile and gain. There we go. White, black, green. We got Is It Charm as backup here, so we should be okay. And we're knocking out both their Oxyvagonii here. The agony of the Oxing. Huh, nothing, huh? That's good. Do I want to play this Inquisition? I'm pretty sure I don't. I can draw step it. So we go white, blue. Won't have Is It Charm up. Won't have Helix up. Won't have Kolaghan's Command up. So we're really... If I play Teferi, I'm definitely playing Inquisition this turn. Oh, actually, hold on. I have a land drop. Doi. Doi. Alright, so now we can have Is It Charm up. Okay. Because this can fetch... I want to see what I can fetch right now, actually. So that I don't make a mistake later. So Blood Crypt, I think, is what I need here. It's actually the only land that casts either half of what I'm looking to cast. Or if I get Temple Garden, I can use the white from this and the blue. So the question is, which color do I need more right now? I don't have double white in case I draw Supreme Verdict, so let's get the Temple Garden. Go white, blue, green, and now I can cast Kolaghan's Command. So we'll plus Teferi. And then we'll draw step Inquisition them. Greek Insight. Agonis doesn't have anything to do with Agony. Oh, that's fine. I was just making a... Okay. Let that resolve. Flips a Creeping Chill. And a Silver Smoke Ghoul. That's a big yikes. Okay. Maybe we'll be happier just playing Lightning Helix at the end of this turn. ox have anything to do with the brazen bull? Oh no. Oh no. It's all bad. So I put the prize amalgam in their graveyard, it's going to come back. But I also don't want to put any of these things that dredge. Still need dredge 3, so I guess this is the best choice. It also doesn't affect anything on the battlefield right now. Yikes. The mythic one. Alright, hard cast Stinkweed. Fine by me. He's little, and he's going to get to Fairy Bounced, so. The end of this turn, this ghoul is going to come back. While I don't have to Helix it, I want to, just to gain the life. And does this cost 2 to sacrifice? They could have responded and... oh, they conceded. Huh. Well, that works for me. Interesting. That was a weird one. And we win the match. So, Anime Jund takes down Dredge. Funny story, by the way, queens that do bad stuff with bulls and strange punishments. Is Agonas, is that a real Greek myth? Agonas is a village situated in the central plains of Albania's western lowlands. Yeah, that's exactly, yes. Okay, we are on the draw here against Wixism. Can I keep this? It's not great. Inquisition of the Ren 6, but no fetch land. I'm just going to pray that I draw a fetch land in my first 2 draws. Agonis contains the same word from agnostic. Yes, same root word. What is happening today? Jeez. Well, didn't hit that fetch land like I wanted, but maybe we hit their cathartic here. Nowadays, agone means fight. Oh, interesting. Wow. Redundant cathartic reunions, and they've got double stinkweed. Okay, well, I guess I have to take a cathartic because otherwise I'm letting them get 2 gigantic dredges in a row. Yeah, it's true. They got to get a little lucky here. And they can't, I guess that means they can't dredge this stinkweed. Okay. Oh no. Silver Smote and Prize Amalgam coming back already. Yeah. Alright. Well, drawing multiple Ren and 6s is definitely where we want to be. It's not. So we'll kill this one. And then we have to deal with a 3-3. Oh no, my opponent has a 3-3. I'll never beat it. They also got some free... Oh no. Well, at least they're not drawing any cards, so they're not going to be able to start casting the cathartic. Studied Greek for 5 years now. Ancient one, of course. Oh yeah. Nobody wants to study modern Greek. Oh, there's that dual land I wanted earlier. Sorry, fetch land. Okay, so let's go red, green. So each of these Ren and 6s is going to be like a life gain spell for now, which is fine by me. I need red, and I guess we'll get red-black. Or red-green. I don't really need more green. Nope. Pick up my Catacomb. Pygonti is a philosophy major. He's also a dope streamer. If anyone's watching this, the one and only Pygonti hangs out in my chat from time to time. He's a wonderful Italian streamer, so he usually goes live in the morning. If you are a North American, it's going to be in the morning or maybe even the early morning for us. Cathartic. Here we go. They took a single draw step and they immediately drew the Cathartic Reunion. That's a big yikes. Holy triple Creeping Chill. Oh. Okay. We're going to be one turn off of being able to bring to light for Supreme Verdict, which doesn't always save you against dredge, but it can, because sometimes if they dredge super hard like this during the early game, they literally run out of resources. They could put me to 1. That's a yikes. They did put me to 1, so now I can't fetch, and I definitely can't shock, so we're definitely dead. It's cool, opponent. You got me. You got me. Good draws. Good draws, good dredges. We got. Let's win game 2 and 3 just like we did last round. I do not know that we're going to be able to do that, but we're going to follow our same sideboarding plan. I like Unmoored Ego against dredge normally. It's not like super amazing or anything like that, but there's just something about it that it is occasionally very, very good at sort of taking apart a hand that they have, especially if you Inquisition first. So this deck is not, like, the things that stand out to me, this deck is playing 0 copies of Uro, but 2 Klothys, and it's playing no main deck Unmoored Ego. I think that's, the no main deck Unmoored Ego makes sense to me with the current metagame being sort of chock full of prowess, apparently, and some number of control decks. I actually have to look at this weekend's challenges. I haven't done that yet, because I don't know what's doing well this week. I know I got a little distracted with work and all sorts of my own projects. So let's see what the challenge looked like while I'm waiting on my opponent to choose their sideboarding. So staying up with the meta is always a big deal. There's no challenges posted from this weekend? Oh no, they're just more days ago than I'm thinking. It's Friday now. Feels like Tuesday because I... Prelim. Leagues, prelims, leagues. Why are there no challenges here? Weird. All right, well, let's look at some prelims. Huh. Prelim was 5-0'd by Dredge. Other prelim, 5-0'd by... Okay, Black Green, Rock. Good. That's like the first... I play 2 Dredge decks in a row in this league, and I'm like, Dredge must have won something. All right, we got Double Birds, Kaya's Guile, Bring the Light. This looks good. We could fetch a basic, but I think just getting a Overgrown Tomb sort of insulates us from most things, and this deck is very well constructed in that the only cards that can't be cast with Pillar of the Perins is Birds and Inquisition in the main deck, I think. I know Roy will correct me immediately with some edge case that is unlikely to ever come up, but that's why you have good friends who are smarter than you. You always want to keep people who are smarter than you around, my friends. All right, we picked up Klothys. I think I'm just going to go ahead and jam Klothys here. I made a statement about my list without actually checking it, and I don't know this list well enough. I was saying that the only things I can't play with Pillar of the Perins in my main deck are Birds of Paradise and Inquisition. And I assume that I've missed something. Yikes. Good dredges. they... they'll be able to Ox this turn if they have the land drop. Jeez. Yeah, should have kept up the Kaya's Guile. They didn't have anything in their graveyard, but they managed to just like flip into the Stinkweed Imp, which flipped them into the Ox of Agonis's and a Con Flag. So we are going to be in huge trouble in a second here. Well, again, luck of the draw. But we'll see how many dredgers they have in their hand. It's probably at least 2. They've got 6 cards. One of them is confirmed as a Stinkweed Imp, and they kept their 7, I believe. So this is about to get real scary. Okay, that one was less than great. That one was less than great. Huh. I think we dodged a big one. Ah, shoot. Okay, there's going to be a Silver Smoke Ghoul. Silver Smoke Ghoul is just going to get in the way of my Kaya's Guile being able to... Oh, there's 2 of them. Shit. My Kaya's Guile being able to get rid of their Ox. Okay, what do I want to eat here? Stinkweed Imp for sure. Unless I need mana. I didn't pick up land, so I can't cast Spring to Light or Niv Mizzet this turn. So... I think we're just taking the Stinkweed Imp. Jeez. I think this is too good of a start on their side. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat this at all. Paikanti Renaissance Man. That's pretty great. Okay, we're going to see what they dredge here, and then we might be hitting them with Sacrifice a Creature and exile their yard. Unfortunately, I kind of need to let them dredge. Yeah, okay. Each opponent sacks a creature and exiles all the cards. Okay. That's all I got, opponent. We do have the ability to gain life each turn. If and when I hit my 3rd land, we can use Clothis to exile a land, get the extra mana, and play Bring to Light. So... Huh. There's a pretty good shot. But we'll see what their last 4 cards contain. You do sort of look like he could be a model. Doesn't he, though? Very handsome man. Oh, he's so handsome. Okay, so we're just going to eat their life from the loam here, I'm pretty sure. Yep. And then play birds. I got Izzet Charm to shoot their Silver Smoke Ghoul. I guess I should do it before they have mana. Otherwise they can sacrifice it. The other option here is to play Inquisition on them. Are you going to use your emote? Raging Goblin. You don't look like a Raging Goblin. Okay. Let's see how this goes if we just pass. I have Izzet Charm up. If they want to cast a Cathartic, we get to blow them out pretty hard. Most of all, he just raged. Okay. We're going to go to 2. I think I'm going to 2. Yeah, we're going 2. Cathartic? Golgari Thug. Sure. Straight thuggin'. Thug life. Alright, so poke that off. We hit the land anyway, so I still get to gain 2 life, but I also get to cast my Niv Mizzet here. Seems good. So, green, black, blue, red, white. Niv Mizzet Reborn. He's a dragon avatar. He's the living guild pact, yo. Ba-boom. Get Renin 6. Get Teferi? Yeah. Okay. Draw 5. Alright, opponent, this is all I got. Can you kill me? Pick my Dragon Beast rocks. Niv Mizzet Guildbender. He do bend those guilds. Oh, hold on. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I play Ren in 6, my Clothis boots up. I love this deck. I miss this deck. Niv Mizzet is fantastic. Alright. Beating up on Dredge. Come on now. We just gotta get one more. Gotta get one more. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just got to get a little more lucky one more time. All right, back to looking at these prelims. There's regular old Omelet Titan. Nope. Omelet Titan with Simian Spirit Guide. Holy crap. Let's see. Grull. Is this? Bant. Yeah, Bant control. So the canister style deck. Is this mono red prowess? It's mono red prowess. Yama 4/1 with mono red prowess. Nice. With Firebolt. What a baller. Another Bant list. Let's see. Hold on, let's get this up for you guys. So where's the mono red prowess? It's QB Turtles. It's further down. Looking for Yama Killer. Yama, there he is. Blister Coil Weird. And Bone Crusher Giant and Seasoned Pyromancer. This is like mono red mid-range. This is a weird deck for modern. Alright. I'm guessing this Niv's your favorite Niv. What, like this card compared to other copies of Niv Mizzet? Yes. Yes, I do like the red, blue, Niv Mizzet Perrin. I do like that card. All right, so we're going to keep this. I think we just toss Is It Charm? Because we can't possibly play it on turn 2. I guess I could just toss the Godless Shrine because I'm going to go Catacombs into Birds into Ashiok if the Birds lives, and Ren in 6 if it doesn't. So let's toss the Shrine. Or the Pillar? Does tossing the Pillar make sense? Maybe it does. Because... yeah. Because then I can go green, red, black, white. Godless Shrine doesn't cast Ren in 6. That's why we want to toss that. Okay, got it. Got it. I figured it out, folks. I figured it out. Shrine sucks most. Yep. Yeah, putting back Shrine was definitely an answer. I just wanted to figure out why it was the answer. It was my instinct, and Pillar is like always one of those cards that I really like. Even more so now that Astrolabe's gone. I do miss Astrolabe being in this deck, but I will say that Astrolabe actually made a lot of your mulligans and such just sometimes awkward. I mean, obviously it was like a net gain for the deck. I'm not going to say that it wasn't, but I'm just saying it did have complications associated with it. So we're going to go Verdant Catacombs for Overgrown Tomb, for sure. It casts all the things that we need to cast in the reasonable future. And Is It Charm will eventually be cast by Pillar plus whatever the Verdant Catacombs fetches up next. Jeez. Boy. This Dredge player is a lot more lucky than the previous one. Cathartic? Please no. They did keep their 7, so like... yeah, this has got to be Cathartic. It's taking them way too long to cast it. Yeah. They've got Prize Amalgam, Life in Loam. And there's another Loam at minimum. Jeez. So how much is coming back? There's a Silver Smote and a Prize Amalgam. Jesus. I don't know if we're going to do it this time. Uh-huh. So, like, I need to Ashiok here, right? But then next turn I'm taking 13. That's assuming they don't kill my Ashiok. If I do anything other than Ashiok, it's just... Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is. I mean, they shrink-horned into the stinkweed, and they had cathartic. There's really just nothing you can do about it on the play. Meanwhile, we're here like fools paying to cast cards. It's true. Okay, we're just dead. Cool. Well, at least it was easy. Easy to die. Plus side, this league's going a little quicker than I thought, so I might have time for yoga before I go to work. And I do like me some yoga. Stretching is important. Try some more of my homemade iced coffee. Cold brew iced coffee. I made it in 3 different strengths. I made a 3-to-1, 5-to-1, and 7-to-1 solutions of parts of water to parts of coffee. Reheated curry I made last night. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have some curry tonight after work. This hand is good, not great, but good. Birds into red and 6 is all right. Opponent mulligans to 6. Let's hit not dredge, please. Yeah. Wait. None of the cards in my hand are particularly good here. This is it's gonna be a whole thing. Okay, so looking to our sideboard, we do have Ashiok, Fulminator Mage. I think that's largely it. So you can board in things like Mystical Dispute. They didn't have the... Oh, it's E-Tron. Oh, okay. I miss that feeling. Oh no, my opponent's playing a modern deck. Oh wait, it's a bad modern deck. We good. We good. Okay, let's fetch up black-white, I think. That said, I think... Oh, do I want blue-white? No, I want black-white. Or even black-green, because I've got a Temple Garden in my hand. Black-white. Yeah, black-white covers more right now. The only thing I'm missing then is blue. I'll just be able to fetch it next turn off the Windswept anyway. Sorry. Let's see. I'm playing Temur Uro tonight to Wilderness Wreck. Yeah, yeah. It's a good deck. Alright, let's see what my E-Tron opponent gets up to on turn 3. If they have a Temple, they could hit me with Thought-Knot Seer. This matchup, I don't know where this matchup's at right now. It was like very, very 50-50. Sometimes the draw would just come together in a way that just really beat you up. So I'm guessing this is going map for, yeah, one of the Tron pieces, then another map. What is this? It's got to be another map. Oh, they tapped and they did nothing. Okay. Big fronting. They're styling on me over there. All right. So we have the ability to cast Kaya's Guile, and then we have the redundant ability to cast Niv Mizzet the turn after with Bring to Light and Niv Mizzet in hand. So I think we're going to be okay here. Sengir the Dark Baron. This is from the Commander Legends. Whenever another creature dies, put 2+1/+1 counters on Sengir. Whenever another player loses the... Oh, there's been cards like that from Commander sets before. Yeah, I know. There have been other cards that care about when an opponent loses the game and giving you some condition on that. No, I knew it was a fake card. I was aware. Okay, so they've got their Tron. They're going to have even more. So they're going to have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana next turn. Let's go take a look at our main deck, because we have the ability to cast Bring to Light next turn. And the question is, what is the best thing I can get out of my deck? I think the answer is just play the Niv Mizzet. Because, oh, I could get a trophy and blow up one of their Tron lands, but I don't think that's actually a winning proposition right now. I can have them sacrifice this right now, but it's not really gaining me much. I think we're just dumping this Niv Mizzet into play here. Yep. All right. Green, white, black, blue, red. Sure. But I can get a basic instead. And if I want to get a basic, it's probably just a forest. And then we go red, white, blue. Yeah, okay, cool. I am going to have way too many cards in hand. Way too many cards in hand. It's going to be very upsetting. I don't... I feel like I should Kaya's Guile into Helix here, but, like, it's just not... Like, there's just some things they can play that are going to go over the top of us enough that that's, like, just not a good idea. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what... Since I can't instant speed Bring to Light, it's not worth doing right now. Yeah, playing Niv Mizzet is by far the best thing to do here. Even though it's gonna go, we're gonna go overcarded. We're gonna have to discard, but just having the 6/6 flying against their deck is so reasonable. So we'll see what they're up to. Okay, so way too many cards in hand. 10 cards in hand. Goes to discard. We will discard at least 2 lands, and then probably the redundant Wrenn and 6. It's okay in this matchup. I just realized Children of Corliss cares about something analogous. Never mind then. I think... But you mean caring about life gain change from the beginning of the turn. Yeah, no, yeah. Children of Corliss covers that one. Let's just dump one of these Kaya's Guile. You love Children of Corliss. It's neat. I do feel like whenever I read a card that says, like, if you lost life that turn or if you gained life that turn, I always feel like those cards should... Do I want to block this? Not really. Do I think I'm going to get my Wrenn and 6 to ultimate this game? No, I think I'm just going to let this get the hit. Platinum Empyrean doesn't prevent damage. Nope. Yeah, it'll still gain them life. You're just not taking the damage. Sort of, it prevents the one half of the damage event, but not the other. Thought odds here. Okay. I guess this is taking one of my Bring to Lights. Do you know a group of owls is Parliament? I did know that. There's a group of a different type of birds that is a... Oh, what is it called? It's not a parliament, but it's like a meeting or something like that. Caucus? Yeah, caucus. There's a group of some animal, some bird. I think that's a caucus. So we've got our Niv Mizzet. They are doing more stuff. Another Thought-Knot Seer. Ballista X2. Chalice X2. That's a little rude. Okay. Well, we can Bring to Light for Cooligan's Command for that. Problem is, what other mode would I want on a Cooligan's Command? I don't even think that I need one. Just hanging out over here having some fair deck problems. I guess I can Kaya's Guile with Entwine next turn. Or this turn. If they want to attack me. Let's just crack them for 6, get this clock going. Again, because I can't instant speed Bring to Light, it's basically just not worth doing. They can Blast Zone and just knock out my Wrenn and 6. I've got replacements, so we're going to be fine. Oh. Sure. You got it. It was unexpected, to say the least. Oh, scavenger grounds. That's fun. Alright, let's fetch it up. I think I can get basic swamp here. Yeah, I definitely can. Just to mitigate the damage a little bit. And let's go entwine. Looked like I was playing Chord of Calling there. I'm just going to take the 4 for the moment. Not really worried about it. Is it spelled in a punny manner? Caucus? I don't think so. I think it's just like C-A-U-C-U-S or something like that. I did have someone respond to my YouTube video the other day where they were saying Oaxaca wasn't that hard to spell and they misspelled Oaxaca. And I was like, yeah, it's really hard to spell. Yeah, that. C-A-U-C-A-S. Caucus. There you go. What did they... Oh, chutzpah. They were saying chutzpah is harder to spell because it's supposed to have that, which in English is like... there's some like Middle Eastern languages that when they use English keyboards, they use numbers. In the case of some of their letters, like that h sound, that just don't... They don't have those. Or we don't have those. So... Cast birds. I guess I'm going to cast Bring to Light here and shoot down their Chalice with a Kolaghan's command. Because I really do want to unlock this chunk of my hand. So red, white, blue, black, green. What a useless YouTube comment. I mean, it's fine. People make funny comments all the time about this, that, or the other. I have a bunch of them telling me like how terrible I am at Magic, which I think is cute. Because like, I almost always talk about the mistakes I'm making when I'm making them, and it's funny when people have comments about all the mistakes I'm making. I'm like, yep, definitely aware of them. We're going to have them discard a card here. They only have 2 cards in hand, and I think it's just the best thing we can be doing. I literally don't have a creature I can pick up, and shocking their Mana Reshaper is not really something I want to do. They discard Eldrazi Temple. Sure. They finally crack their map. I guess they understand that I won't be able to go for a trophy here. They have infinite mana. But if I get to untap with my little flying army here, I'm just going to kill them in the air. I really hope this is not Ulamog. Oh, this is going to be Ballista for 7? What is that? What is the upshot of that? Does it mean I die? No. I'm going to go to 1. Ballista for 6. Okay. Definitely not going to die. Going to be close, though. Am I just taking all of this? If 1 card in hand, I don't think they can do anything with it. We'll block anyway. They're giving me the chance to gain 4 life right now, and I kind of need to with a Walking Ballista on the board. They take 6 from my Niv, I just kill them. So I'm going to force the action of the Walking Ballista, and then I'll get to use my Helixes to kill a Thought-Knot-Seer, or use them to kill them. They know I have 2 Helixes in my hand. Why did they just let you block? I think they want the... They had to. They had to. Because they can't use the Ballista to kill my bird, because they have to use Ballista to kill Niv, because they know about these 2. So they're actually very smart here. It's annoying that we can only cast 1 red spell. Yeah, but they have to kill my Niv Mizzet or they lose. So on our turn, we're gonna go Renin 6, ping the Thought-Knot-Seer, Helix the Thought-Knot-Seer, and then we'll see if our Spirit can go the distance versus their Mana Reshaper. I mean, we can cast 2 red spells because they couldn't kill my bird. They just literally would lose if they killed my bird there instead of killing the Niv. Is it Charm? It is. Let's play Windswept Heath. So attack for 1. And we'll let them go after my Ren and 6 with their Matter Reshaper if they want to. Scavenger rounds is kind of frustrating, as is the fact that I've already lost 1 Bring to Light, 2 Bring to Light, and 1 Niv Mizzet. Yikes, that's a good draw. Okay, well. I can find my way. I can go the distance. Turns out this is the spirit of Hercules. Didn't know that. Didn't know that until just now. Okay, so... Ow. So we've got lots of good draws. Let's just find a Niv Mizzet and win the game. I kind of want to shock for blue here to just cast this Izzet Charm. I think I'm going to do that because... Not blue, red. Shock for red. Shock for red. Yeah, cast the Izzet Charm. Because we are looking for specific things right now. We need to be able to deal with. Oh, well, I guess that'll work. I don't know. Let's discard Helix and Call, I think. There is one more Niv Mizzet in my deck. I might need more. Maybe Ren and 6 and Call. This is the last... No, this is not the last Ren and 6. There's one more. Okay. Ren 6 and Call, yeah. There's no Tolsmere in this deck, but... I thought it was my spirit since I gave up on life. No, Alex, this is not your spirit. Your spirit is more stanky. I need blue and white. White and blue. We can still cast Kaya's Guile this turn. Hello! Trigger. Nahiri! Oh, I like the sound of that. I also like the sound of Lightning Helix. Man, that's a toughie. Nahiri gets rid of their... Okay, what else are we getting here? Teferi, Klothys... I think I'll take the Nahiri, actually. Klothys. Teferi. Huh. I think we're going to pass the turn because between the Kaya's Guile and my board, we're safe. I could zing them for 1 with the Spirit, but I think I'm okay. So, looks like we're going to get the better of E-Tron here. Even if they have another Smasher, we're okay. If they have another Walking Ballista, we're definitely dead. If they have a Karn the Great Creator, we are potentially dead. If they have Ballista in their sideboard, we are potentially dead. 3, 4, Ballista X5. That doesn't beat me here. Hey, how's it going, Larry Spreadsworthy? Hope you are well. We played 2 matches against Dredge already. We went 1-1, so that's actually pretty good. We're here in match number 3 against E-Tron. I'm feeling it with the anime, Jund. This is good stuff. All right, Karn, what do you got? 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I could get Sundering Titan? Yeah, okay. I was expecting Ballista. This is Ballista X5. Ballista X5 does not beat me here, but certainly not the greatest. Not the greatest at all. Okay, so we have to float mana here. Do I have to? I don't have to float mana here. Can still cast Helix without this. I'm gonna float a black because it is definitely correct. Found out Mox Diamond is like $500-600. I'm gonna sell my extra 5. Holy, extra 5? Jesus. Okay, so if I block Reality Smasher with Niv Mizzet. Okay, I cannot win next turn, fact. So we just need to survive this turn and then deal with the next turn when we get there. I would like to kill their Matter Reshaper and their Reality Smasher. The best way to do that is by letting them go to combat. Ping my spirit. Yep, makes sense. So the question here will be... What are they going to do with walking? They're going to ping Niv. So I want to get them on 0 creatures here, or as few creatures as possible. So we're going to block Smasher. And then before damage, we're going to Helix the Shaper. Then we trade here. We do not die. I'll be able to Kaya's Guile down their Walking Ballista. And exile it. And we do have to find a way to deal with this Karn. Yeah. Drop of honey. Lol. They have 0 cards in hand. So I can't deal with the Karn, which is terrifying. Do they have an exile? Nothing scary. But he's going to start drawing them a bunch of cards. I definitely do not want to have them exile their graveyard right now. Okay, so we could play 2 3-drops. Probably, or sorry, a 3-drop and a 4-drop, or 2 3-drops. I think just having them sacrifice their Ballista. I want to gain 4 life, and then we play Clothis is probably the best line. I've got red, green. Okay, good. I could play Inquisition, but they don't have anything, so. All right, good luck, little doodle. Because that Karn is going to be a problem. What are you wishing for? Please, not Sundering Titan. No whammy. Jesus. Oh, man. Yeah, we're done here. Close one. That was very close. Yeah, they just they got that Karn in the absolute perfect moment, and because of the way the board was set up, yeah, and the Smasher they had before that was tough. That was brutal. Porphyry nodes, yeah, Porphyry's a weird one. Do we have any sideboard cards at all for Etron? Not some. Oh, we've got Fulminator Mage. It's definitely okay. Don't know if I want a second Clothis. Clothis is alright. Maybe we go down a Izzet Charm. Kind of like the Izzet Charms as we've been going. Inquisition, kind of eh. I'll be back in a second, but I think largely speaking we don't have... Yeah, I will say, largely speaking, the way we lost that game is not being able to disrupt their Tron. Do I want Unmoored Ego? Yeah, I guess Unmoored Ego on Karn is pretty good. If I'm going to cut something, probably... Yeah, let's get a Clothis out of here. Let's try it like that. Unmoored Ego and Fulminator Mage, so only very gently massaging our deck for this matchup. Kai's Guile's not spectacular, but it's a removal spell. Maybe it's the worst one. Maybe I should have the second Clothis over it. Not sure. Still confused about the Spire Spout in the sideboard. Alright. Yep, good hand. Good memoirs. Not great memoirs, but good memoirs. Our lands are good enough here. We could probably be super ambitious with what we're fetching. But that said, let's just get blue. Sorry, green, blue, I think. Then we can go black next turn. Yeah, okay. Well, I suppose this leaves me unable to cast Helix early. Tron matchup looks more difficult than I imagined. I'm glad it's not Tron. I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, E-Tron is definitely... Thanks. E-Tron definitely has the tools to beat us. Like they're very much the mirror image of this deck in terms of like a mid-range deck that has just a gratuitous amount of potential for grinding. Okay, so I need to get like something with black and then something with red. I guess I get black-red. The only thing that'll leave me off of is Kolaghan's Command, which I don't need anytime soon. And then we can get white-blue. Black, red, white, blue. Something like that. Yeah, I was really hoping for the turn 2 birds there, or the turn 2 Teferi off the birds there, bounce an expedition map or something like that, but they didn't play into that. Maybe they'll have a Maze Mind Tome? Oh, there's a map. Okay. I was like, there's no way they don't have the land, though. Yeah. Black, red, and blue, white. Or white, blue... There's no steam vents in this deck, though, right? Yeah, there is not. Black, red means... Yeah, black, red, and blue, white means I'll have Helix next turn, too. If I need it. Alright, so Blood Crypt, and then into... Okay, so Eladamri's Call can, in theory, get us a Niv, although we already had Bring the Light, so... Kind of okay on that front. Blue, white. Hello, Fountain? Yes. Go. Showing up a turn late to Fairy Time Raveler. It's okay. Boing. Okay. Inquisition doesn't really do much for me here. We're gonna play it because the only other thing we have to do is like Kai's Guile. This hand is oh, we can draw step Inquisition from them. So let's do that. Oh, we have Eldamri's Call and Bring to Light, so we have redundant copies of Niv Mizzet in our hand, which is good if they have a Thought-Knot Seer here. So. Let's snipe something good. Warping Whale, Expedition map. So this can counter a sorcery. So that can beat my Bring to Light, but we'll take their map. They also have Karn, Smasher, Ugin. Yikes. Well, I hope they don't choose to play Karn, because I have no counterplay for it. Oh, I do, actually. I can go get Helix and shoot down the Karn. They will get to keep whatever card they got with him, but... So we're really looking to pick up a land next turn. They can't quite play Karn and Smasher, so that's their struggle this turn. Oh, Ugin. Ugin into Karn. Yikes. God bless me, that's so good. Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. Whew. We'll let them go get it, and then we can Helix Karn with whatever it is on the stack. It's Liquid Metal Code? Sunring Titan, shit. So we're just going to lose the next turn. if I Helix the Karn and if I'm able to disrupt their Tron, we might be okay. So I suppose we're going to go for it. Yeah. Bang. Okay. That'll do. That'll do. Hold on a second. I could Eladomri's Call for Fulminator Mage to knock down their Tron. What was there? They didn't have the second map, so they've got Titan, Smasher, Warping Whale in their hand right now. So just knock down their... I just clicked them off, and no, this is their hand, 100%. So, but if oh, they can't use Warping Whale to counter Bring to Light. Okay. So let's go Eladomri's Call for, yeah, okay. So the interesting thing will be if next turn they... hold on, I need to use this because I'm playing Fulminator Mage here. If they use Ugin next turn to kill my Teferi, they'll be able to Warping Whale me. But if they do not do that, we'll be fine to go get Niv. So hopefully they don't do that. I'm killing their tower here. I know it's technically the worst one to kill. And I had a reason that I was going to do that, but I don't. Yeah. So actually, always kill the power plant or the mine if you can. And the reason you want to do that is if they... Yikes. If they have another copy of... sorry. If they're trying to reassemble their Tron, you want their tower to be tapped when they do it. So you want to leave a tower in play. Shoot. Yeah, Teferi's not going to help me here. I need to draw land. I need to draw land that fills in the gap that my Bring to Light is about to have. God damn it, Ugin is nuts. Rookie mistake, because Tron OP always has extra tower. Not this time they didn't. But we're still in huge trouble. So I need to draw a land that replaces whichever one they shut down here. So I need to draw red or white. Okay. This is how we do it. So we can instant speed this Bring to Light. I don't really have any reason not to. Oh, actually, I didn't need to draw the land there because I could just Bring to Light on their turn anyway. The question is, would I rather play anything other than Niv Mizzet with this? I don't think so. And we're going to do it in combat because then if they want to Ugin to kill my Niv Mizzet, they're going to have to do it. Is that my only blue or my only white? So I've got blue, black, red, green, white. No, that's fine. That's irrelevant. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to stop that this turn. Macebind Tome for free. Yeah, can't stop that. But they actually have to spend 2 mana to draw the card with it, which they did not do. Goes to combat. Now they've plussed their Ugin, so they can't kill my Niv Mizzet with it. And if they think they're going to get to cast Warping Whale on Niv Mizzet, I got another thing coming. Warping Whale gives... Oh, this can't. Okay, got it. All 5 colors. Cast the Niv. Loop. Trigger. Okay. Helix is great. Renin 6 is pretty good. And a trophy. I'll take it. Actually, that's great. That's really good. So we can kill Karn and Ugin now? Everything's attacking Teferi. I would rather not let them draw a card, so we're going to block the Eldrazi Scion. Okay. because I can't save my Teferi no matter what I do anyway. So do that, and then we're going to attack the Karn for 4 and trophy the Ugin. Can we also play Wrenn and 6? I think we can, because I want to get a land going. And then it's possible our colors are so good that we can play Wrenn and 6 trophy and Helix. So we need green, red, then we have white, red, and then we've got green. So yeah, if I fetch a black. Do you know why they made Scions instead of just reusing spawns? Oh, Rise of the Eldrazi had a theme. Rise of the Eldrazi had a lot of themes. It's one of the great draft sets. It's heralded as one of the great drafts. Well, that's what I wanted to fetch anyway. And one of the archetypes was like you make a lot of spawns, spawns. You make a lot of spawns, and they're all O1s, and then you give them all bonuses. And when they did the new Zendikar set, they didn't make that a theme in the same way, so they switched it to Scions, which help you ramp instead. They also add specifically colorless mana, making it easier for you to cast colorless spells, even if you didn't draft wastes. Although I guess this one is generated by a colorless spell. But okay, so I don't want to take extra damage from my mana this turn anyway, so let's just play this swamp. That's going to give me my trophy here. Helix can be here. Wrenn and 6 can be here. Okay. So one more time, Helix is here, trophy is there. Good. So play Wrenn and 6, pick up a land. Hallowed Fountain is probably fine. Anything that doesn't deal damage to me is great at this point. Tack down Karn. Trophy Ugin. And then we can still cast the Helix. The addition of the extra point of power makes a surprisingly large difference. Opponent is looking for their Tron again, I think. Puts card on the bottom, or any way to cast the Smasher. Yeah. This is going to be problematic. It's 11 damage if I Helix the Shaper. So we'll go to 12, and then we'll take 11. It's if they go all in on me, which I think they should here. Like, this is really reasonable. And the setup of spells I had to have on this turn was pretty specific. I had it, but like... So we're taking 11, go to 1. Which sucks. And they flip a temple. Okay. Kind of need to find a Wrath. And them never to find a reality smash. Sure. Okay. You don't have a Karn, you know that, right? I know that. Let me just show off that I don't care. Okay. So you hit Bring to Light. Which on one axis is one of the best things we possibly could have drawn. They have 6 mana. So if they... I'm pretty sure what I'm playing this turn is nothing followed by... do they have any relevant exile artifacts in exile? They have no artifacts in exile. They have no cards in exile. I think we're just going to sit back with Niv and hold up Kaya's Guile. So... I think another Smasher kills me, but Entwined Kaya's Guile will gain me 4 life, give me a blocker, and remove one of their attackers, which will be a spirit token. But Niv can block the Smasher. So... They're going to combat. Okay. We'll wait until they declare attackers. They play Entwined Kaya's Guile. They can sacrifice whichever one they want to draw. This is an instant, they can't Warping Wail it. Okay, so they get a card back in hand with that. Go blocks. 1, 2. If they have Ballista, I think we're dead. Oh no! Ah! Yeah, yeah. Nothing mattered. Okay, just losing to Sundering Titan both games. All right. Well, E-Tron is a good deck, so just made good plays, made good decisions, had pretty good luck, and just did not matter. Yeah, you just got to watch out for Karn into Sundering. I mean, that was a very good E-Tron player. In game 1, they had an expedition map kicking around in play, and they just kept it around, which meant that if I went for Bring to Light for Assassin's Trophy to knock out their Tron, they would immediately reassemble it. So that player is very good with E-Tron. There's like, it's a little thing, but like that to me is something that is a mark of maturity in the E-Tron player. This is a historically difficult matchup, and that was a good demonstration of why it can be. I'm going to keep this on the draw. There's lots of good cards in our deck that get us through this. Finally hit. Oh no. Seer of Visions is not a good sign. This is probably Storm, which is going to be a tough game 1 for us. Very tough game 1 for us, and that is not what I wanted to draw. I'm going to want to cast that Izzet Charm reasonably soon, so let's go Breeding Pool Birds. Yeah. Really hope we draw land next turn. Can Izzet Charm Digging for land, I suppose, if we don't. Seer Visions won't be prowess. Yeah, it looks like. Oh. Interesting. Yikes. Alright, well. Land plays. Whew, just made it. Let's discard a redundant Teferi, and I don't know what they're up to, but I feel like Kaya's Guile is not going to be good against the deck that has Young Pyromancer. Let's go Marsh Flats. We're going to grab something that is green and other color I'm missing. Let's go Temple Garden, because this means I can cast Teferi next turn, assuming they only kill one of my birds. If we top deck a land, we could play a turn 3 Niv Mizzet, but I think it'll get countered. Oh, maybe they're on the Teamer Aspiring Spike pile. Do you think this is a Reveler deck? I have no idea. If so, discarding the Kaya's Guile is a bad idea. Could be playing Phoenixes for all I know. Blue-red Pyromancer? It's interesting. Jeez. Alright. Gonna bounce Pyromancer. I love Repulse. Yikes. Repulse is a great card. I was thinking Jeskai Soul Herder before the Sanctuary. Huh. I didn't even know that was a deck, and I didn't know that deck would play Young Pyromancer. Would Jeskai Soul Herder play Pyromancer? I don't know about that, bud. I mean, it's possible. Repulse is one of my favorite limited cards of all time. Exclude is also a big favorite of mine. So if we hit a land, we're playing Niv. If we don't hit a land, we're playing Helix. Helix and Bird. Yep. It's this is the Joel Rael Young Pyromancer deck. Okay, so let's go Helix. Helix Bird's Inquisition seems pretty alright here. Spider spawning. It's Spider Spawning is a cool limited card. Ho! Well, I guess I wish I had that Kai's Gal now. On the plus side, nothing in that hand kills Niv Mizzet or does anything about me playing Niv Mizzet this turn, so it's a good chance we're going to go way over the top of them here. Plays the Uro. It's an interesting choice. If they played the Jolrael this turn, they could get a cat from her for next turn, but... No. It's like, please don't bolt one of my birds. I need them all. Alright. Let's go way over the top of this fool. White, blue, black, red, green. Trigger. You gotta announce your triggers, my friends. Whoa! Big whiff. That does not feel good. On the plus side, they need another green source before they can play Uro. So that's kind of good. Might give me enough time to Clothis it. Does anyone know why someone would pronounce this Clothis? Pi Gonti, are you still around? You speak Italian, which is like Latin, which is like the best language. It's not actually, it's just the root of all the Western languages. Yikes! Brazen Borrower. And Bolt. Oof. I would like to draw land, but not so I can replay Niv Mizzet, but so that I can play Clothis and Helix instead. That'll do. Okay. Shock. Play Helix. I know they have another Jolrael, but high school and 4 years of undergrad. Do you know why people have pronounced this Clothis? Like it's clearly just Clothis, right? Or like Clothies. Like I would expect, but like the Cloy, I don't. It's like the people pronouncing Urian as like Urian, or like Yorian. Like it's all O's, and Orion is a word, which is always my argument for that one, where it's like Orion is a word, so Urian, like it just, I don't know, it just makes most sense to me. Anyway, not that. Wizards stopped releasing pronunciation guides with the expansions, so we don't get good information on it anymore. So if I go for mana, I can play Wrenn and 6, pick up a land, then play Niv Mizzet. Look if you want. I mean, it's up to you, buddy. Or we... Because the thing is, if they play the Brazen Borrower this turn, that it's a flyer. I just need to play around them having something like Mana Leak. Any kind of tempo thing like that is going to really mess me up here. I feel like I should just eat something for mana here. No, I want to gain the life. Let's eat their Uro. That's like way by far the best thing to do. And then just play Wrenn and 6, ping an elemental, and have trophy for the borrower, I guess? Does that make sense? Or do I want to pick up a land? I think I want to pick up a land, honestly. I think we'll be fine. Chris was my roommate the last time I took Latin. Oh, yeah. I don't know, it's just one of the things that, like, there's a lot of language that I know just from, like, I don't know, just absorbing random clips of movies and TV shows and stuff, and, like, hearing people speak a language, and, like, Clothis doesn't sound particularly anything to me. It doesn't sound particularly... It just sounds wrong. Like, I don't know. What do you got? Opt? No. Brazen Borrower. Sure. Do I want to trophy this now? Yeah, I think so. It's just not worth keeping it around. Oops. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I see. Oh, Magic Online. You silly goose. Always asking you if you want to spend your mana that you tapped to spend your multicolored spell, if you want to spend your mana on your multicolored spell. Yes, yes I do. Thanks for asking. So are they going to attempt to attack down my Ren 6? Nope. Alright, I'm just going to take this. If they have double bolt, we will die. But they've already played 2, so I think I'm pretty safe. They must have counter magic or a burn spell or something. So we're just going to keep clothesing relevant cards out of their graveyard. And I'm going to start eating their creatures with Ren 6 here. Because I really don't feel like just getting blown out by... So if they have another Brazen Borrower, they can bounce and play it. No, I think I have to play Niv Mizzet this turn, which means that I should have, yeah, made a mistake here. That's fine. I'm going to fetch up Basic Swamp. We'll take 1 damage. Not sure Clothis is related to Latin, but rather based off the Greek Fate Stitcher, whose name was Clotho. Just a thought. Oh, yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Also, welcome, Wookie Wasabi MTG. You sound delicious. Black, red, green, oops, blue, and white. All right, let's see what they've got. So left up a blocker in case they drop the Brazen Borrower in here. If they have counter magic for Niv, we're going to get a little beat up on that, but since I killed one of their elementals this turn, yeah, Mana Leak was the thing that I was worried about. I know that their hand still has a Uro in it. That's the only thing we know. Was AFK, but heard the Clothis pronunciation conversation. Pronunciation conversation is just a great sentence on its own anyway. Was the speaker Professor Frank? Clothis! It's a Clothis! Please don't kill me, big Clothis person, with your scales and your sensor. My Professor Frank is not impressive. Oh, that's a killer draw. Let's just keep draining their life. This seems really good. Mort Goldman. Yeah, it could have been Mort. Mort. Oh, thanks, Mort. All right, so pick up land. Let's hit him with the Inquisition stick. Bank. So this should be able to get rid of whatever counter magic they've got going, and then we get to... Or not. Holy shit. Well, that's awkward. I guess I should play my Bring to Light here because it forces them to play Deprive or Archmage's Charm, but then if they play the Deprive, they get to pick up their Mystic Sanctuary, and then they get to use it to, like... Okay, currently our plan is to win this game by grinding them down with Clothis and Ren 6. So how do we make that happen most effectively? Birds is going to have to chump block an elemental this turn, I think. But they have so many hard counters in their hand, Jesus. Shoot. Because if I don't do anything, they're just going to cast the Archmage's Charm and draw 2. So I feel like I really should play the Bring to Light into their counter magic. Can't do it that way. It's supposed to go red, green, white, blue, black. So I think they're going to deprive this. They might just Archmage's Charm. Yeah, they're going to deprive it. They get the Mystic Sanctuary next turn. Then they'll have Archmage's Charm up. Yeah. Oops. That's fine. So this is going to be a tricky one. I have to hit to Fairy into something, or... I don't know. Plays Uro. Okay. Oh, this means I have an opening to draw something. Because they have Archmage's Charm in their hand. And they have another Mystic Sanctuary for next turn. Okay, we're going to block here. We go down a mana in terms of the bird, but we're going to gain a permanent mana with round 6 anyway. They can use this for a Mystic Sanctuary right now, so we're just going to eat the Uro with Klothys. I think that's just a huge mistake from them, just leaving the Uro in there. I mean, I don't know if they had an option otherwise, but let's go get back our Verdant Catacombs. Play it. I wonder if I should trophy an elemental here at end of turn when they fetch. I should, but I should do it after they reset with their Mystic Sanctuary. Oh, they didn't get one. Okay. Next turn they play a Mystic Sanctuary, and then they'll put like Archmage's Charm on top. After they do that, I'll be able to trophy, but then they'll be able to counter it. I just want one of these elementals dead right now because I think this Klothys is just being a huge problem for them. I don't think they have any out for it, so I think this is the one thing I have to do. Do you think they have more basic lands in their deck? Islands. I did not think about it at all. I don't know their deck list well enough to try to make a prediction like that. I would think 2 or 3, maybe even 4. I mean, they're a 3-color deck with Mystic Sanctuary, though. I think between the islands and the forests, if I were them, I would want... Oh, did you think they wouldn't have any more islands in their deck? No, they'll have at least 2 or 3. But my guess would be 4 islands, 3 forests, and 1 mountain. If I had to guess in the dark. Because that allows you to play an Escape Uro, and it gives you a mountain for if you get like fielded. If I was building that deck, the bare bones of the basic land count is what I described there. For specifically Uro reasons. Shoot. Okay, we really don't want to target spells right now. Oh no, they don't have the ability to do that. Okay, so we're going to take their Archmage's Charm out. Klothys is just sulfuric vortexing my opponent to death here. It's kind of great. I have been their opponent. I understand what it's like to play against Klothys. This is a huge pain in the ass. Yeah, they're finally going to draw 2. I have taken out 2 Uros. Ah, no, Lightning Bolt. I can't block a Lightning Bolt. So I don't know any of the cards in their hand anymore. But maybe Klothys will be enough on its own. Can't block a Lightning Bolt. Just use your life total. If only I was allowed to. Of one mind. Okay. It's getting scurry. They're going up a bunch of cards. Peasy. Yeah, dog. All right, let's see where we're at. Hallowed Fountain. Nope. Okay. All right. Hey, that is one of the best possible draws. All right, let's take their Archmage's Charm here. Okay, and then I don't know that they have counter magic here, so we're just gonna... No. Oh no. I did walk into the thing. I was wondering if they would have it here. Okay. But I can play Niv and play him through a Mana Leak here. So let's hope they don't have... I think I want to tap more carefully than this. Blue, because I want to be able to helix afterwards. So red, white is what I need. White. No, white here. Red. I suppose I can helix off the pillar no matter what. So this is white, black, green, red, or green, blue, and then, yeah. And then I have a catacombs anyway. All right. Didn't they just rebuy a charm? They did, but it's on top. And they can't draw it and play it. Damn it. They had another charm. Okay. The sequence of cards they've had here have been very, very nice. But that said, this type of deck is usually pretty good against most of the Niv Mizzet variants, just because we're a little bit ponderous, let's say. A little bit slow. I mean, in Modern, you do have the ability to be much faster sometimes, but I hope they don't have another Mystic Sanctuary. Okay. So being at 6 means we might live for one more turn. If we top deck a Helix or something like that, maybe 2. But if they have another Mystic Sanctuary and they... Oh, yeah. Yeah, the one time I wasn't being as conscious about what I was exiling, we immediately got punished for it, so that's on me. So always Clothis with caution. Okay, they have 5 power. Going to 1 here, which means we'll no longer be able to fetch, but I know they have an Archmage's Charm in their hand, and I have no uncounterable spells in my deck, so I think we're just toast. We do have a good sideboard for these kind of matchups, so that's nice. But yeah. Yeah, just flooding out a bit here. Just a little bit too much. All right. Not even flooding so much as just drawing lands at the end of the game where we needed action. I don't know if I want Veil, but I definitely want Mystical Dispute. I definitely want... I want Fire Spout. It's such a weird card. I mean, I guess it's good here, but I have to draw it. Oh, I guess Niv will draw this. All right, I get that. I don't think I want Ashiok. Oh, maybe I do. It's an Uro deck. I feel like that's overboarding. I'm not sure about Veil of Summer either. So let's see. Verdict good. Nahiri's okay. Teferi's insane. Inquisition's probably very good because we can get through their counter magic that way. I think Eladamri's Call is not super necessary. Can shave a Kaya's Guile. No, I need to deal with Uros. Trophy seemed less than great. Clothis was definitely a rock star in that game. Maybe a Kaya's Guile. Yeah, this seems fine, because the Kaya's Guile is kind of going out for Fire Spout, and we're just assuming that we'll be able to deal with the Uros. But if I'm not bringing in Ashiok, seems a little ambitious. Or Unmoored Ego. Let's bring in an Ashiok for 1 Ren and 6, something like that. Sort of just splitting the difference in a bunch of different spots. But I like having different answers for different problems right here. All right. I like that he's got Partner. I like that they brought back Partner. Not a big commander player, but I like the modality of Partner. Ho! That's unkeepable. This is better. The Ren and 6 is not great in this hand. I think we're just shipping the Niv Mizzet, unfortunately, though. So if they have a Pyromancer, we're going to leave that. Oh, Force Negation. So I can stick my Ren and 6 here. I will do that. So hopefully we just pick up a fetch land here. Maybe pitching the Niv was wrong there then. There's 5 more copies, quote unquote, of Niv in this deck right now, so I think we'll be okay. Serum Visions, okay, cool. Huh. Yeah. Hopefully we're done shocking ourselves to death here. Okay. Partner lends itself to mid-range-ish up in the format, the more competitive end of the spectrum. Gotcha. What makes this deck anime? It's just someone had a snarky name for Niv Mizzet that was Anime Jund Strifo. It's Jund with more colors and more fanciness and more ultra mega. I definitely should have sequenced the Inquisition first there, because if they have a removal spell that they would like to... Okay, forgot that my opponent could be playing that card as well. Anyway, my opponent had a removal spell that they would want to fire off of my birds. Then if I Inquisition them first, I can take that away from them. But we didn't, and now we're here. They bolt my Ren and 6 instead of my birds. That's not a good sign. I know they have a mana leak in their hand, too. So... yeah. So they're just going to hold their mana leak, and then if I don't play anything leak-worthy, then I am assuming they have another bolt for my Ren 6, or maybe they were just making sure Ren 6 didn't get to the point of getting the ultimate. Well, if you want to bolt Ren 6, speak now. Nope. All right, cool. Let's get Breeding Pool. Pick my land back up. Pass the turn. Playing Nahiri right into their mana leak seems like a bad idea. There's the draw spell they have in their hand of 1 mind is sorcery speed, so don't need to worry about it. If they have a Pyromancer, they won't be able to cast of 1 mind for 1 CMC yet, so we're okay. Fetching, sure. Maybe resetting Force Negation or Veil of Summer here, if I had to guess. Resetting Lightning Bolt. Oh, that makes sense. Nahiri is basically back Fate and let's go. Yo. I hear that. Wow, they're really, they're going slow motion to take down my Ren and 6 here. Okay, so if they don't have Force Negation, we're going to get to resolve a Nahiri, and that's going to be kind of big game. So let's... oh, yes! Oh, my God. Oh, force me, baby. Force me, baby! Do it. Do it. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, the blowout. And here was me thinking, do I want to board that in? Do I? The answer was yes, friends. Yes, always boarding your Veils. Yeah, Veil of Summer is pretty rancid. That card is not okay. Joel Rael, sure. 1 Voli Recluse. She's reclusive. So why do people pronounce the word recluse recluse? Does anyone know? Is that again? This is more word chats, more word chat with ManaCymbal here on the channel. Why is this word so frequently pronounced recluse? It's recluse, right? Like reclusive? I don't know. Because why not? I guess. So I know they have a mana leak. Maybe we're gonna upkeep KCOM. If we're gonna upkeep KCOM, we're gonna go shock discard, I guess. Yeah, and then I still have a blocker if I want to protect my Nahiri from getting bonked. All right, let's see if they play anything EOT. Maybe they have Archmage's Charm? No. Okay. Bonk. I thought it was recluse, but now I'm Googling. No. Recluse is usually the word I hear, or the way I hear it pronounced, but recluse. Why do people say soda instead of? I mean, that's like a regional. What do you refer to that as? That's like a dialect thing. Like we call it pop in Canada largely, but like I like to call it soda because I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like an old soul or a douchebag or whatever, or like a hipster. I don't know. I'm complicated. Like Hank Hill before me, I'm complicated. Pop is a Michigan Central U.S. thing. Listen to the Google machine. All right, let's go see how the Google machine pronounces recluse. Recluse. Oh.
Recluse.
Recluse. Oh. I heard recluse a bunch of times in my life, so I... Hey! Teferi, that's gonna bounce their Joel Rail. This seems like it's gonna be game over. And I can pay for a Mystic Dispute. So, yeah, this has got to be game. That's game. Let's discard birds. Huh. Inquisition. Let's take the of one mind. You can replay your Joel Rail next turn. I'm going to have a Niv. Then best of both words, Sody Pop. I do like Sody Pop. That is cute. It's almost as bad as Texans calling all pop Coke. Oh, Aether Gust. Oh, that's... Yeah, alright. I'll put it on top. Make my life difficult over here. Alright, yeah. Yeehaw, boys. Yeehaw, indeed. Alright, so I can't play Teferi and Nahiri this turn. So probably gonna have to let this Joel Rail attack me. I guess we go plus Teferi, play Nahiri, discard my excess Teferi, see where we end up. I like the effects that put stuff on top of the library. Yeah, they're kind of neat. Do I want to discard this? Do I? I kind of do. Or do I want to discard the Verdict? Texans are spicy Floridians. I feel like both parties would object to that. I used to play 3 Submerge and Reanimator. Yeah, that's a card. Some legacy quality right there. Alright, they're gonna ping my Nahiri, that's fine. Okay, see you, Roy. Does anyone else absolutely love rainy days? I do. I definitely do. I love rainy days. Rainy days when you don't have to go out and do anything. And I like going on a walk on a rainy day when people are like not outside. So any kind of weather that makes people less likely to be outside makes me happy. There's no rain in Texas. I have encountered Americans calling like, can I have a Coke? And they want like which one. They want people to know which one. Is it Charm? Oh yeah. Dude, have you not... Hold on. This was the very first deck I started streaming. I started streaming because I wanted to make sure that someone was streaming this deck, and I liked it so much I wanted to get more reps in with it. Yeah, we can do that. Oh, we're doing a draw step Inquisition on this one. Hell yeah. Alright. Now we'll discard the extra Teferi because this will run 4. Jeez, we have drawn every one of our Birds of Paradise this game. Played against Legacy Niv the other day. Oh, I know. It was it Squat Chief that had the one that he was calling like Sirfo Pile? Oh, Surfo Pile. That's what it was. It was Surfo Pile. Okay, so they are going to put the Aether Gust on top, and then I'm going to draw step Inquisition away from them. This is beautiful. Time Cop. Time Cops is filmed in front of a live studio audience. Time Cop. Boop. GG. Got him. All right. I don't know. Dragon. Trigger. Draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Works for me. Go shock. Crack for 6. Play Ashiok. I still have red, blue. So use this for birds because I don't want to play red 6 this turn. I still have Kaya's Guile or Is It Charm here. I meant to Ashiok them. Oh well, it's fine. Do you know I have a history of playing Is It Charm in competitive events? I did not. That person's name is Chase. The one and only Chase Hansen. Okay. Do I want to Is It Charm here? Nah, I'm good. Okay. So let's Ashiok them. That's the fairy. Harry. Yes, discard. I'll cloth this at this point. Bring to light. Can I just kill them here? Ren 6, Lightning Helix, Bring to Light kills them, but I don't have enough mana. I can Bring to Light at instant speed. So let's just play Ren 6, pick up a land, play the land, pass the turn. Planeswalkers. Hayden is our local blue-red aficionado. It's not Boston? Boston Shatterman? Yeah, that's not going to do it, friend. White, blue, black, red, green. Niv. Isn't local Ontario? Like, the population of Ontario is like the population of, like, I don't know, like New York City. So I feel like when you say local, it should be like, I don't know, like mathematically, I don't know. Like how big is our locality? Yeah. And again, that population is approximately New York City, I believe. The greater New York area, if you want to refer to it as such. All right, Dragon got him. We burned him out with Renin 6 plus Dragon. So now we got to win one more. And unfortunately, I'm way behind on clock because I'm not playing super spiffy. Fuck NYC. That seems a little aggressive, my friend. Do you need a timeout? Because I can time you out. All right. I kind of want Fulminator Mage here. I feel like a Stone Rain creature with Kolaghan's Command could be really good. We'll keep the Ashiok, spin one more Kaya's Guile, and then Rock and Rumble. Do I want to do that? Is that how I want to do this? I think it is. I guess Nahiri's not really all that good in this matchup. I mean, she won me that game, essentially, but... There he is. GP Seattle Tacoma 2015. Oh, and Jarvis won it. Good for him. How many of these names do I know? Just Jarvis and you. Brian DeMars, I know the name, but not well. Jody Keith, yeah. I think that's it. 3 out of the top 16 is not bad considering what I know about Legacy. Can I keep this? Not with 2 Clothis. 2 Clothis, no ramp. No way. Keeping this one. Shipping snow-covered plains? No, I need the land. Shipping bring to light? No, one of the birds. There we go. I didn't notice there were multiple birds for a second. We were able to fetch black-green here. Ah, getting Delvered. Tale as old as time. Let's fetch Breeding Pool just in case my birds dies. I want access to this Mystical Dispute. Oh, Jarvis was on some lands deck, looked like. Said something about Eternal Lands or something. I have no idea what that archetype is. Enduring Lands? I'm trying to remember what adjective it had. It's just lands, okay. Eternal Garden, that's what it was called. But it's now just lands. Okay, what do you got? Jolrael, sure. I can Kaya's Guile that. Question is, will they have... That's a great draw. Question is, will they have the... When I gain life or make a token? Probably just make a token. There we go. If they have the Force, I'm pretty okay with it, because the Force does not let them draw a card with Jolrael. Cool. Could have exiled the 2 cards from their graveyard, but it's not really where we want to be. At some point, I will sell out of the random jumble of cards that I have on MTGO, which is like, I believe it's over 1,000 tickets worth of value, and I'll just buy like 3 or 4 dual lands and get the ball rolling on playing Strifle Pile and Paper someday. Because assuming that at some point my life will change again and I won't be able to play as much MTGO, I don't need the collection that I have. Plus, I already use a rental service. It just makes decks more rentable. Like, some of the Uro Ren and 6 piles are literally unrentable on, like, any level of subscription. When Jiggy and I had the Teamer Kinnan deck, it was like 1,200 tickets. Just wait until reserve list goes bye-bye. That could be 10 years. Like, that'll be like when Magic's in like real decline. I don't want to wait that long to play Legacy in paper. Legacy's awesome. I already own a lot of cool cards for the format, just not like things like. All right, so I want to play this Bring to Light next turn, but that's like unlikely. Should probably just ditch this March Flats. Assume that I'm going to pick up another land at some point soon. Helix is a great pickup. When events start again, they'll get rid of it to hype Magic again. Maybe. I need another Uro and a Shark Typhoon. I have 4 Uros. I own 0 Shark Typhoons right now, but I want to get probably 3 or 4. Because they're good for the kind of decks I want to play in Modern too. I've got my 4 Stoneforge Mystics sitting here, and my extra Breeding Pool, which I have to sell now. Thank you, Face to Face, for that free pack. No, Petty Theft. It's so efficient. Are they going to poke my Nahiri for 3? Is that what this play is? This is loose. What is this? Do they also have a Bolt? Oh, jeez. Oh, goodness. That's unpleasant. Wizards has shown how little they care about Legacy. I mean, I think they should schedule 1 or 2 GPs per year. Like, that's actually good business, because those things are gonna fucking sell out. Like, all right, we've got Mystical Dispute here in case they have Force. They didn't. I was hoping they wouldn't. Do I want to discard here? I don't. The 2 cards in my hand are pretty ideal. The average hit for Niv in this deck, it's 3 to 4. I think or sorry, 2 to 4, so I think it's 3. There are 29 No, hold on. 31 non-hits, assuming you're casting a Niv. So there's 29 hits, but then you have to divide how they're broken over the colors. But it's pretty good. Okay, we're good here. Okay, I'd rather have a land than this. I know discarding this is greedy, but yeah. Well. Question is, can I jam here? I guess I have to. Just maybe it resolves. No, I could wait a turn. See if I pick up one more land. You hear he's not going anywhere yet. I guess if they play Brazen Borer here, I'm gonna Mystical Dispute it though. I understand that I'm saying Hasbro isn't doing so bad. They need Wizards to make more money. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, I think the other thing is Wizards is doing so well they don't want to like sabotage it. Like they don't want to. They don't need to do anything as risky as abolishing the reserve list. Are they gonna force this? I wonder if they are. If they force this, this could be. Yeah, that's yeah. I was like, I can play around Mystical Dispute here. I can play around Force, or I can play through the Force here, but another Veil of Summer is yikes. Okay, so we're just jamming Bring to Light into their 5 open mana next turn and praying. They've played 0 counter magic so far, so I think we're probably toast here. They can also reset. Yeah, maybe I can wait another turn. All right, let's see how bad it looks. How bad is it? Tell me. Tell me, Doc. The problem is if I make them discard a counterspell, they can just reset it with, yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, no, I saw this play. So I didn't say it earlier, and I meant to, and then I got distracted by chat, but they can, yeah, fetch with Mystic Sanctuary, crack the Fiery Islet, and then just fizzle me with the Veil of Summer. We're just going to die to beat down. This is technically an early concession. We could draw out of it in the next 2 turns, but I don't really care. It's fine. They played a good game. I'm happy to lose here. Yeah, that wasn't getting us out of this. Upsetting. The mana felt pretty good. Although I really don't like playing Birds of Paradise, and I don't know if I enjoy playing Inquisition of Kozilek in this list. It's been like a mixed bag. I want to try playing Utopia Sprawl and Uro. Can I keep this hand? We have no hope of playing Lightning Helix right now. Opponent took a mulligan. I'm comfortable to mull this. I am playing 4 Ren and 6 in this build. Yikes! I will keep this. No, I won't. 2 Niv Mizzets is just like if our birds dies, we're just completely up a creek here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Whose list is this? This was the best performing list in the most recent challenge that had a Niv finish. The name of the player is Loser, L-U-Z-E-R, Lazur. I think that's who this is. No, that's not right. It's this Niv to Light list, but it didn't have the name attached right now. So, no, I can't honestly tell you right now. I think we'll bottom the Temple Garden. Yeah, we're good here. Probably going to fetch Overgrown Tomb on turn 1 because Birds of Paradise plus Inquisition of Kozilek both exist as the only non-multicolored cards in the list and in the list. So yeah. Oh boy. Now, what variety of Tron is this? Is this the good Tron or is this the bad Tron? Either way, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit them with Assassin's Trophy this turn instead of playing Ren and 6. Steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Alright. Kill the non-believer. I guess I should draw step it. So this gives them a higher percentage to draw one of their basics first before we thin their deck, but by taking a basic out of it. So this is the technically correct timing to do this, because it's going to give them an untapped land, so it doesn't matter when we do this otherwise. Okay, it's the good Tron. Ooh, with no Tronic. They didn't hit their pipe hard enough to get that hot Tronic. Which ManaCymbal are you, Zildjian? I'm assuming you were trying to spell Zildjian, the incredibly famous cymbal manufacturer. As a Canadian, I guess I'm supposed to be Sabian, but Zildjian is my preference for symbols. Peiste's also pretty nice. European manufacturer. Yeah. Zildjian is hard to spell. It's like an Arabic word or last name. Z-I-D, Zildjian. That's how you spell that. Zildjian. It is, I believe, one of the top 10 oldest companies in America because it was founded in like 14 something. Wow. Opponent is just doing all sorts of nothing. I guess I'm going to cast this Izzet Charm and hope that I hit some gas here. I will say, I've never played Izzet Charm in Niv Mizzet before this list, and I really like it because with Ren and 6, it's kind of nice. Although my hand is not working out for me as much as their hand is not working out for them. We're just getting a whole lot of nothing going on. Guess we'll hit them with the discard stick. Bonk. Yeah, that's the point. It wasn't founded in America. It was founded where the people came from. And then they moved to America. So the company is still the same company it was. The company is older than America is the point, which is kind of neat. 4 mana. Karn? No, Ballista X2. Walking Ballista. Okay, so that doesn't unlock this hilarious hand of theirs. But as soon as they hit their Tron, this is gonna get real messed up. We're definitely gonna verdict this, so I need another white source besides the pillar. Eldamri's Call is nice for the future, and by the future I mean way deep into the next turn. So I am gonna play. I can play Heath. Play the Heath. Crack the Heath. Go looking for planes. We go white, white, blue, 1, and then green, white there. Yeah, cool. Bang. They're gonna ping my Ren and 6 most likely, at least once, I would assume. So we just gotta dodge them hitting Tron and just knocking us out of this game. If they hit a forest here, it's gonna be hysterical. Chromatic Star. Okay, they cycle that for green. Yep. They had an Ancient Stirrings or a Sylvan Scrying. Actually, Sylvan Scrying right now doesn't do that. Nurturing Peatland. That's a little unexpected. All right, what do you got? What do you got, nerd? Went 2-1 at F&M, beat Amulet, lost to Bogles, and beat Tunneling Cat on E-Tron. Well, it's good to know that people are getting out and playing some Peeper Magic. Opponent decides to keep their green floating. Interesting. So we're going to be able to Niv next turn and have Trophy afterwards, which should put us in a good place for this game. All right, get that Niv. Little darling, steer it up. All right, we're gonna go double pillar to cast Niv. Yeah, cool. So we go red, green, white, blue, black. Sorry, double pillar for post Niv because this gives me the most flexibility. Uro is so good and got to jam classic favorite Factor Fiction. I do love Factor Fiction. We got the trophy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and draw step trophy again. We're gonna knock down their mine. Mine. They called it a mine. If anyone has not heard me make that reference before, that is one of my most frequently made references on this channel. I also think I forgot to plus my Ran 6 there, which was foolish. This game could easily become one in which we're going to repeatedly trophy our enemy. Kazdun. Yes, 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 yes. Where's my... There you are. They drew the power plant. Uh-oh. Alright. So. Now we see how badly we die. They have an Ugin in their hand, right? Yes, they do. So Ugin's going to destroy my entire universe. And I don't think there's anything I can do about it right now. Which really sucks. Really, really sucks. Yes, the dwarves dug too deep and too greedily. Too greedily and too deep. Okay, so we're just screwed here, I think. God damn it, Greentron. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. -5. I mean, at least we get to kill the Ugin, but like... And we haven't flooded as bad as it looks, because Ren 6 just always makes it look like you flooded worse than you did. So they're going to get probably even more Tron lands, which means they will likely be able to... They get a Chromatic Star. That is a little sad. So we can kill this Ugin with a Helix. They still have all his dust, and they can play like Wormcoil Karn next turn, fairly likely. So I think we're going to be in some trubs, but... I didn't snap off the Kaya's Guile there to make a 1/1. I don't think that that's super relevant. Let's get a 1 mana little bump here. Clothis. Sure, why not? Let's small ball my opponent to death now, because this is how our game worked out. Karn. Big Karn. Oh! Okay. Opponent is concerned about my Clothis Teferi board. Fair enough. Okay, I mean... This is... Yeah. Okay. I guess I should thin the deck a little more. How good was my last knit? No, I've shuffled multiple times since then. Okay. Can't get a... Oh, I could get a forest. Yeah, I can just get a forest here. I mean, largely speaking, it's not going to matter. So I should have been more aggressive with my colors there. I don't think that it's going to matter, but it could. Now we can Bring to Light. We actually have enough mana to just cast Bring to Light here. Of course, we didn't hit one. But, you know. I already made my land drop, so the best thing to play here, I think, is just Nahiri. And she gives me a chance to draw into... I guess I should have left up the Overgrown Tomb there, because the 2 1-mana cards I can draw here are both castable off of the Overgrown Tomb. We didn't get punished, though. So they have Wormcoil, Karn. Because I got, yeah, All's Dust is gone. This is gone. So they got Wormcoil, Karn, Wormcoil, and they might have another threat. We're just looking for them not to hit another All's Dust or Ugin, because those are the only cards that will actually be able to like get a multi-kill here. Or O-Stone as well. We'll do that. Now this version of the deck is not built to be great against Tron. We've got one trophy left. And that's like really the only card we have left that's any good in this matchup. They found the other Ugin. Well, I guess I can play 2 Ren and 6s to take this down next turn. So we will beat the Ugin. But we're really going to be running light on resources. We've lost 2 Niv Mizzets. We've hit 0. Okay, well, I guess this is a slightly better way to deal with this than otherwise. Yeah, this version of this deck is seems to be really set up to play well against. I'm gonna assume prowess and red-green monsters, red-green mid-range. I will not dignify to call it Ponza, because Ponza is a bad deck, and the new red-green mid-range deck is not bad. But those decks we should have a good matchup against, and we just hit them 0 times in this league. I do think we probably have a better match against E-Tron than... Jeez Louise! They're going to be able to play that Ulamog. I mean, Chonky Grull. Yeah, Chonky Grull, good name for it. Anything that isn't Ponza, I just object to calling that deck Ponza. I don't think that that's accurate. Because Ponza's a deck that plays like Ponza's a deck that plays like 6 to like 12 3-mana land destruction spells, which is why the deck is not the best. So we're not just dead in the water here, which is kind of hilarious. Like, they keep playing these like haymakers, and we keep being kind of okay. We're gonna put a 1/1 into play now, so we've got a clock going, which is good. Killed an Ulamog, so Eldrazi ain't got nothing on us. Let's hit a Bring to Light. That'd be great. More lands. Also great. Not really. It's totally fine. This is like a very reasonable, acceptable thing for me to draw at this point. Verdant Catacombs had a problem finding a land, but I know, or I should have at least 1 Hallowed Fountain left. Oh, we also have Sacred Foundry. Cool. Too cool for Gruul. Alright. Yeah. But anyway, loop back to my point. Like, Ponza's gotta be more land destruction. Which is funny, because the very first version of a Ponza deck I ever saw was mono red during the Mirrodin block. Someone's crying. Okay. Are they gonna get their Sanctum of Ugin finally? Or whatever that's called? Yeah. Do they have a 7-mana card to play? The second Worm Coil. I'm going to Kaya's Guile in response so that they don't get to choose which Worm Coil they sacrifice. You will sacrifice this one, sir, or madam, or whatever the more formal version of they is. Ponza 2. Ponza 2 now with win conditions. I think their board might be better than mine. So, oh good, I drew the last Kaya's Guile. This is a very interesting Multa-5 versus Multa-5 game we're playing here. I guess at this point I was really supposed to like try to go all in on defending my Ren and 6. I don't know if that was tenable. Is that for me, Alex, or is that for Larynx Punchworthy? Because I know Larynx Punching. Clearly we need a sideboard Golos and Celestial Colonnade for these matchups. Yikes. Okay. I'm pretty sure we're gonna... Me? Work has been good. I got cut early last night, so I went to a fancy restaurant in downtown Oakville and just went to their bar and ordered a drink. Their bartender was awesome. So I've got like a bartending friend now. was like a peach whiskey sour made with fresh Ontario peaches. All right, so we've got Ashiok, Unmoored Ego, Fulminator Mage. So these are all the things we want. And then I think I'll keep Verdict. I think I'll keep a Kaya's Guile, a Clothis, and 2 Lightning Helixes. I like Lightning Helixes for the potential to burn our opponent out. OP drawing the fire. I mean, that game was on like turn 12, right? Did you see the beginning of their game where they didn't cast anything for like 7 or 8 turns? They just like literally cast nothing. They went land go up to 4, and then they just sat there drawing cards for a bit and didn't do anything. So like, I'm not. It wasn't really anything to write home about. That game was sad from both sides. We never hit a Bring to Light in that entire game, but even if we had, like, this list doesn't have the main deck tools. Things like Unmoored Ego are just not in here, and we're not playing anything like Glittering Wish to get them out of the sideboard. So where we played the Eladamri's Call, and we went and got Niv Mizzet from our deck, like, that was the kind of situation. Like, I don't normally like the Glittering Wish packages, but maybe they're where you want to be with this list right now. I'm wondering. I'm going to keep the Kolaghan's Command, Fairy Time Raveler. These are marginally better, but it does feel like this deck is overly stilted towards dealing with like things like Prowess and the low to the ground decks, and less stable against control. All right. If we draw a land on turn 2, this hand is fire. If we don't, it's still okay. So I'm going to bottom Kaya's Guile. It's by far the worst card. Hopefully they don't have a Dismember here. I'd really not like them to have a Dismember. It's like this and that and this and Opponent says, that's one tough deck you are piloting. Chromatic Star, sure. Bang. Okay, a green black, so red green, black white, probably just blue. So Ashiok is weird in this matchup. It's not great, but it's not bad. It stops Sylvan Scrying. I got a Wilt, so they boarded in Wilt, and they have Ugin the Ineffable in their deck. Okay, so if they're going for Sylvan Scrying here, they can't do that. But if they're going for Ancient Stirrings, they're fine. So let's see if they hit their final Tron piece with that. If they do, we still have Trophy anyway. All is dust. Okay, well, we're still gonna draw step Trophy them because we can't risk them landing the putting the land into play and then casting for something for 7. Just not a good idea right now. I'm exiling cards from their deck because I think there's a few cards that they have in pretty short supply that I think are worth going after. Like if we hit enough of the Ugins, for example, Ugin is really, really good against our boards usually. So let's see what they have here. Stirrings again. Yikes. Okay. But no, actually, no but. No buts at all. Butts, no buts, big or otherwise. Yeah, they would have had the Tron there, no problem. Okay, Inquisition or Niv Mizzet. Definitely Niv Mizzet. White, blue, black, red, green. Boop. The dragon. Fulminator's in here. Good. Yeah, let's hit him with the Ashiok stick. Do I know they have an Ugin or something like? No, I know they have an All Is Dust. Well, shit. So, at best, we're just getting All Is Dusted. And then I get the Fulminator and kill one land. So they're going to 4-for-1 me. And then I'm going to disrupt their Tron. Oh. Or not. They didn't hit the Tron? They didn't hit a land? Oh my. Okay then. So the land that's not in play right now is Urza's Mine. So I'm probably just going to bring to light and take out the mines. Alternatively, we could go Inquisition and Fulminator Mage. That might even be better. That would be better. And I have them on a... So they're going to go to 8. And then the next turn they're going to die. Yeah, let's go Inquisition and... Ashiok is like build your own Ulamog attack. Yes. It just takes 5 turns. Oh, they have a map in their hand. Okay. Oh, I think we just got this. I don't think they're coming back from this Fulminator Mage. Power plant. And then next turn I can Unmoored Ego them if I have to. But I think this is gonna be good enough. They conceded. Got him. Not bad. Okay, we just got to make sure to mull to a very proactive hand for the last game here. It feels like Mystical Dispute is something we could board in, but every time I've done that with this deck, it just feels so awful. Like, I just don't know how much we want to compromise other axes we could attack on or leave ourselves vulnerable to certain things. So I think I'm just going to stick with it here, but all right, let's go get a 2-3. Let's squeak this one out. Inquisition and Kaya's Guile. Opponent mulls to 6 quickly. I don't think this is good enough. Nope. Going to 5. Jiggy, be proud of me. Jiggy, guide my spirit. Oh, man. Opponent mulls to 4. I think I have to keep this. I think we go keep, go bottom. Bottom. I think we're going to go fetch. I want to fetch black-red, or, yeah, I want to fetch black-red, but I can't. I definitely need to keep the fetch land just in case we pick up a Ren 6. So I think we're just going to go Overgrown Tomb on 1. Play Inquisition, tap land on 2. Yeah, okay. Okay, opponent mults a 4, so hopefully they kept something in their hand for me to Inquisition. If they didn't, oh boy, might be in trouble. Stamping ground off the top. Okay. It's like this and that and this Anna. We're almost on Niv Mizzet mana, so we just need to draw something else good. Shock this. Hit him with the discard stick. Bonk. Yeah, buddy. I think I'll take the scrying. I'd rather not risk it. So your opinion on Inquisition turn 1? Oh, I'm super behind. Yes, my opinion on Inquisition on turn 1 was play the Inquisition on turn 1. It's all good, buddy. I think it was by far the best thing to do there. So they sack their relic. I don't have a second. Oh, if I Eldamri's Call on 2, I get to Fulminator on 3. So we're going to play a lockout game. Unfortunately, it means I can't actually resolve this Birds of Paradise anytime soon, but because I was greedy with my life total there, but I think this is fine. Ding, ding, ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And heading into turn 3 here on the ManaCymbal side of things, whoa, Doctor, we've got one heck of a play here. Fulminator Mage coming down and taking this Tron player off of all their lands. That might be all she wrote here, as we're heading into turn number 4. You don't need birds if they have no lands. They're a 19 land count deck, too. So they are unlikely to draw lands. Once they draw 1, they do get to start cantripping. At least a little bit. But looks like their speculative hand is not working out. White, blue, black, red, green. Do-ba-do-do-do-do-do. Do-ba-do-ba-ba-do. I know what you're thinking, opponent. Got him. So nice little 2-3 to finish off the Niv Mizzet League. Obviously, that was like a really, really wild swing of variance there. But yeah, I do like a lot of the tools that Niv Mizzet has in Modern right now. So Magic Online, come back to me. Come back to me, baby. I do like a lot of the tools that Niv Mizzet has in Modern right now. I don't know if I 100% agree with all the choices in this deck list. Things like 2 copies of Klothys to me is very suspect because you can bring to light for this card and you have 4 Ren and 6s for your Niv Mizzet hits. I don't know if I love the Inquisitions, but again, we never played against Prowess. So, and we didn't play against Green-Red mid-range. So I think this deck might be better in competitive tournaments than it is in a wide open league, where you might want things like Unword Ego in your main deck. So this should end up chopped up in some form or fashion and put up on the Niv Mizzet YouTube that someone's putting together. I forget the name of the person, but I'm sure you will know it if you are seeing this on their YouTube. My name is Zach Ryle, Zach ManaCymbal Ryle, Cymbal, and I usually stream on Twitch under the same name. I have a YouTube channel of my own, so I hope you enjoyed these matches, and I'm sure I will make other recordings for this channel.